I'm Sarah Colvin. This is Cape Media News Conversations. The MSPCA in Centerville has so much going on. A polar plunge coming up on Super Bowl Sunday, and construction is nearly complete for their brand new facility right there on Route 28 in Centerville. I welcome in studio today Katie Donohue, a volunteer, and Mary Sarah, actually your staff member, and Mary Sarah Fairweather, the director of the MSPCA Cape Cod. And we have a little dog as well. And so we'll talk a little bit about this adorable little dog that was found running stray in Yarmouth.
Yes, a little berry.
And all the things going on.
Yes.
So let's start first by talking about the construction on the building, because
Yes.
this is really exciting. This is
It
something
is.
that's been in the works for a long time. Lots of capital had to be raised. So how are things progressing for that?
They are going beautifully. We're just so excited to see the building coming together. It's really becoming a living and breathing building. We've got lights inside. Now they're temporary lights for the workers, but we've got temporary heat in there. We're putting the trim on the windows and on the roof, and we will be weather tight within a few days so that construction can continue throughout the winter.
So exciting.
It is really exciting.
What will this do for your ability to provide services here on the Cape?
Well, what we're really excited about is that it will not only be just a shelter for homeless animals. We'll always provide shelter for them, but we see this really as a community resource center for animal welfare, so that people can come to us for behavior training for their owned pets, for basic spay and neuter services for their cats, dogs, rabbits, maybe even their rats and mice. We'll see. And we'll also have a whole education component. So we'll be teaching children of all ages, actually people of all ages, animal lovers, about animal welfare, husbandry, what it means to take care of an animal. And our goal is to help people keep their pets in their homes. So that's really exciting for us.
And so important, because I think it's so easy to look at an adorable animal and say, oh my God, I really want to have that in my house. But it's a lot of work. There's a lot of care that goes into having a pet, especially a puppy, as I've recently learned. Lots of work that goes into that. So being able to provide that education for people so that they can keep their animals and they don't end up in the shelter is really important.
Exactly. And one of the first questions that we ask people when they're thinking about surrendering their animals is, what can we do to help you keep your pet? If that's providing low-cost spay and neuter services, if it's providing them with behavior training, whatever it is, we want to be there for the community so that the pets can stay in their homes. Because we really do believe that, in general, most people really do love their pets and want to keep them.
Wonderful. So as you prepare to transition to your brand new space, obviously it's much bigger, much more high-tech than your current space. You've got staff like Katie, who's coming down from the shelter in Methuen, and you're doing a little bit of employee swap. So tell me a little bit about that and why that's important for your staff as you prepare to transition to the new space.
So this is really the brainchild of our new director, Mike Kiley, and he's been through an entire renovation up in Methuen, and now he's in charge of all 3 adoption centers. So he wants us to be as prepared as possible for us to move into the new building. We're going from basically a 3,000 square foot space to a 12,000 square foot space. And these folks in Methuen and Boston have lived and breathed and worked in much larger spaces with clinics for the general public, with education spaces. So it's an opportunity for us to learn from each other. So we're really excited to have Katie and actually her other colleague, who's also named Katie, here this week. So we're hoping to glean as much information from them while they're with us.
Sure. And Katie, what differences do you see working here in Cape Cod as opposed to working up in Methuen?
Well, this is my first morning so far. all the animals are just as nice, and the staff is lovely and dedicated. I think it's really what the space has to offer, and filling that space with the same amount of dedication that's already there.
Great.
And so it's really exciting for us to talk to colleagues like Katie and say, well, how would you handle this situation, or what would you do in this scenario, and how would you treat this animal medically or behaviorally? So it's a lot of information sharing. It's a lot of collaboration, which is great for everybody.
Wonderful. So let's talk about this adorable little puppy, Barry. I understand she was found running stray in Yarmouth.
Yes.
And she's up for adoption.
She
so
is.
She's so sweet. She's been so quiet and good the whole time
I
she's
know.
been on set.
She really is an angel. Now, she is frisky, so don't let her fool you. But no, she's a really good girl. So she came to us several months ago as a stray from Yarmouth, and we were very concerned about her health. She had a very large tumor on her tummy. Her teeth were basically rotting, and we weren't sure if she was going to make it. So we put her into a foster home while we treated all of her medical conditions, and she came around very quickly and turned into quite a sprightly, energetic, active dog. And the foster family that took her is really dedicated to raising and caring for senior dogs, even hospice dogs. And so they're looking for another dog that maybe only has a few months to live, whereas Barry has many years to live, we've discovered. And we're actually really surprised that she's still with us. I mean, she's kind of a all-around wonderful dog.
Now, does she require any special care because of her dental issues?
Well, we want to make sure that we're careful about what she eats. She does have at least one tooth, but she manages just fine. She does really well with house training. She's a very well-behaved little pup. She does have some energy and pulls a little bit, but we'll forgive her for that. And we're just looking for somebody to take her home and give her a great life.
Great. And if people want to meet Barry and maybe want to think about adopting her, what's the process for that?
Just give us a call or come right into the adoption center and chat with one of our adoption counselors, see if it may be a good match, and we'll take her out and introduce her to the whole family. If there's another dog in the house, we want to make sure that they get along. We want this to be a good fit for the life of all of the animals in the home.
Wonderful. Well, got good news that the New England Patriots are heading back to the Super
game.
Bowl. Oh, so it was like
I
a
know.
nail-biter towards the end, but Tom Brady always
He
pulls
does
it out
it
in the last few
every
minutes.
time. He's amazing.
So we're excited about that, but
Yes.
even more excited about the Polar Plunge that's happening
Yes.
on that same day. So tell me a little bit about the Polar Plunge, how people can participate, and what you're hoping to accomplish with that.
So this is our 4th annual Super Bowl Sunday Polar Bear Plunge. It's become a thing, and we're really excited about it. We looked at the long-range forecast. It should be above 32 degrees, so that's warm. But it will take place on Sunday, February 4th at high noon at Craigville Beach, and we'll dunk in the water. Now, to be a true polar bear, you have to submerge
Okay.
fully
Head and
in a
everything?
bathing suit.
Oh
Yes.
my. No wetsuits or anything like that?
Wetsuits, yeah, it's,
Okay.
it's frowned upon.
Oh, really?
No, people can wear whatever they wish. In
No
fact,
skinny dipping, though, right?
please, no, not for this event. But we do have people that go in costumes, and we've got prizes for people that have traveled the longest distance, people that have the most creative outfits. We've got prizes for people who've raised the most money. People can form teams or just plunge on their own, or they can be bench warmers and still raise money, and they can sign up right online at MSPCA/Polar Bear. And anybody that raises $50 or more gets a really cool polar bear plunge long sleeve shirt, and on one of the arms it says "Plunge and Thaw." So
I love it.
So that's pretty cool.
Great. And so just a little quick dip into Craigville Beach on Super Bowl
Little
Sunday.
quick, yep. And then we come out, we warm up, and we go straight to the Barnstable Tavern for complimentary food and a cash bar. And we're hoping to raise over $30,000. We're very proud to say that Sarah Colvin is our chairman of the event. Sarah is a very active volunteer and supporter, so we're very proud to have her on the team.
Excellent. And again, if people want to sign up, can they do it that day, or are you
Yes.
encouraging people to do it beforehand?
Either way, it's fine. But we'll be there. I'm definitely going in, and you can come down too.
Great.
Hey, so can you.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll be there with my video camera.
Yeah, no,
I'm
that's
not sure I'll
fine.
dip into the water.
That's
They
totally
give me a
fine.
GoPro and I'll
Right.
get some shots from under the water. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens. At least it's not 6 degrees out, right? We'll
Right,
see if this
no.
warm trend continues. If it's a day like today, I'll be okay with
No,
that.
every dollar goes to supporting our operating budget, so it allows us to do what we do every day, care for the animals, provide programs for people that need us in the community, and a whole lot of other services.
Wonderful.
So, very critical funds.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Well,
you.
Mary Sarah Fairweather and Katie Donohue from the MSPCA, and of course, little Barry up for adoption. Thank you so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us, and we'll see you on Super Bowl Sunday.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. For Cape Media News Conversations, I'm Sarah Colvin.